In the previous video, we saw how we built up this behavior, and in fact the commands we've used here are the most commonly used ones and will account probably for 90% of the your behavior usage. You can see in the left-hand toolbox here we've got a whole range of commands, many of which you'll never use, but there are all sorts of very useful commands here for opening up different browser windows, for printing, for conditionally, for instance, controlling the state, the ability to make a specific field normal, read-only, disabled, or hidden. And one of the advanced commands that is really one of the most powerful features of Perfect Forms is our ability to integrate, so the connect and the connect and search command. And if you remember, we did a lookup, and I'll rerun that lookup quickly, where we can specify which database we connect to, which fields we search on, which fields appear in the grid underneath, and when I select a record, how they map back. So let me show you how we actually did that. And that is, if I go back to layout mode, go back to the first page in our form, there's our button. And in the right hand side you'll see we've got a behavior picture as clicked. And all of that was accomplished with this one connect and search command. So just one thing I need to mention before I show you this command is the fact that we supply an external module called the connection agent, which allows your DBA to configure very securely access to your databases and Active Directory, and can specify which databases, which database tables and fields are available to which form designers, and can specify the type of access, as well as, for instance, read-only or updating or inserting, and even access to stored procedures. So that connection agent is an important external module and guarantees security and control. Once that's set up, I can then use the connect and search commands to actually integrate. Connect will do background integration without user interaction, so that can be done at any stage during a form's lifetime. Connect and search is the same, but it gives you the user the pop-up window that we just saw. So the DBA has told me that he's provided that lookup and he's given it a name, demo company data. There it is. And within that there could be one or more actions. In this case there's just one action, which is the employee info, which is a lookup. We're then shown the list of available fields for that database table that have been exposed by the DBA. And if I want to search, for instance, on the first name and the last name, I just check those two boxes. If I want to display 4 fields in the grid underneath, I check those here, and those will automatically appear. And then finally, how do I specify how the fields should map back into the form? Well, for the first name field in the database, I now click in the target cell on the right of it, and again we're shown a list of all of the pages. So I just go and find the form field that database field should be mapped to, and there it is, the first name field. What about the last name? Let's go to last name, and so on. So I just work my way through any of the fields that I require to be mapped back into my form instance, and that's it. Now, one of the really nice things about the way that we've tackled this whole integration capability is it doesn't really matter to the form designer whether they're connecting to a database, a web service, Active Directory, another Perfect Forms form or application. It will always look the same. So it's just a connection, an action, and then the input and the output parameters. So it's we've really made it very, very easy. You'll find on the How It Works section inside this the Perfect Forms Geek site, you will find some examples and more detail on integration in general. So I recommend you go and take a look at that if integration is an important part of your application building.